How did I get here? My conscious mind asked my subconscious mind as I straddled over the almost lifeless body lying underneath me. With sweat pouring down my infuriated face and drenching down to my necktie and dress shirt, hard grunts began to be released from my tight lips as I put all of my energy into pressing the satin pillow over the pale face that helplessly moves below me. Stop, man. Stop, baby. I'm sorry. I do love you. I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. Request from the muffled voice pleads. Shut up, bitch. You crack-smoking, dick-guzzling hoe. I respond strongly, tightening my lips even more with every word while not trying to disturb our kids in the other room. The body underneath me, which was that of my baby mom's, frantically kicked, realizing her life was soon about to come to an end. My torn heart from her deceit, continual drug use which she had promised 1,000,000 times to quit, and led to her countless amount of infidelities that pushed me over the edge. I knew you was a hoe. Damn, bitch. I knew you was a hoe. You once a hoe, always a hoe. I spoke with both hands clutching the pillow in my palms, and as I shake from anger, on the other side of the pillow I hear pleas from that deceitful mouth of my son's mom. I was not the first man to know it. I'd be the last man that would be lied to and hurt by the one he loved the most. That's what I kept telling myself. So why am I reacting in this extreme? Maybe it was that STD that she had given me that sent me over the top, or when she was accusing me of cheating, she was actually covering up her whorish ways. Or maybe it was the fact that she had named our household pet, which I later found out was the name of the dude she had been fucking the whole time we was together. Or just maybe it was the pictures my neighbor had given me showing random niggas coming to our home when I was gone and her smoking crack with our son in the other room. With every thought that came across my mind, I pressed the pillow harder. I pressed it harder and harder on her face. Her muffled voice caused by the pillow softened her cries. I love you, man. I'm sorry. I'll never smoke again. I'll never do it again. I promise I love you. I love you. I ignored her cries and pressed harder. With her hands smacking against my face and fingers scratching for my eyes, I didn't move. I didn't flinch. By now, adrenaline and love turned to hate had made me mentally and physically numb. Her hands that had been smacking against my face had become weak as they eventually slid down my arms, leaving a trail of scratches, bruising my shoulders all the way down to my wrists. Daddy, why you on top of mommy? My son asked innocently, after hearing the whelps from his mother while waking up in his jammies. Go back to bed, buddy, okay? I replied casually in an even tone while trying to apply more pressure to the pillow so he would not hear his mommy cries. Is mommy sick, Daddy? He asked innocently enough. I replied, go back to bed, okay? Go back to bed now. Mommy's in trouble for being a no good hoe. Now get back to bed, okay? My anger had taken over any good parenting skills or logic. Okay, Daddy. My son answers, not truly understanding and still standing in the doorway. Due to my back being turned towards him, I didn't see exactly where he went, but assumed he went to bed like I had asked. Just as her hands fall onto the bed and become still, I eased the pillow off of her face. By now she was not breathing or moving at all, but the more that I looked at her lifeless body, the more I became upset, still fussing at her limp body. Why did you fuck up our family, huh? Huh? I mean, why did you have to disrespect our relationship? Why were you such a whore? Everyone told me you just a good piece of ass and nothing more, but I thought you were just misunderstood and needed someone to show you true love. Look at what you made a good Christian man do. I pleaded, speaking to her as if she could still respond. I become aggravated even more, realizing that now she was dead and that those questions would still not be answered. By now it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I sat on the bed even angrier at her now because she was dead. I try to lift her limp body up off of the mattress but slip, and she falls out of my hand, leaving her head to hit the nightstand right beside the bed. As I go to lift her head, a foul smell had hit my nose. It wasn't her because she was still warm and her body not yet decomposed. So I looked around, and then I looked to the door. It was my son. My son was still there at the door, and the sight of me handling his mom's body frightens him and caused him to shit all over himself. He just stood there looking, and I looked back at him with my old, angry, and vicious eyes as they locked with his young, innocent eyes. And for just a split second, our eyes conversed, telling a story that he and I would keep until he got older. End of forward.